Oh man, Novavax, as I speak, is minus 33%. 33%. Oh man. Where are you, Stan? Stan? Where are you? Stanley? No Stanley? Oh man, had I been the CEO of a company that not a long time ago was $330 and today below $12, I would have signed my resignation letter like months ago. This is insane. Or at least I would be writing it right now. So oh man, look, now it's going to reach minus 34. Minus 34, Now the question, the market is down. And yeah, there is a double punishment today because the market is down like crazy. I mean, we have as you can see, the S&P 500 minus 2.75, the Dow Jones minus 2.33%, the Nasdaq is down 3.33%. We have stocks like Apple, which is like minus 5% and everything. Oh boy. But Novavax minus almost 34%. Now, there's a reason for that. It's not just the market collapsing after the Fed announcement that they were raising the interest rates by 0.5%. The big news for Novavax is that Novavax intends to offer $250 million through simultaneous stock and debt offerings. That's the big news. That's what made the stock price collapse today. This is crazy, So Novavax said Wednesday it's looking up to raise up to $250 million in separate stock and debt offerings in an announcement that sent its share price tumbling in after-hours trading. Tumbling, really? That's the least you can say. It's more than tumbling. This is a disaster. This is like a 140-week low, right? So, and you got to understand that before COVID, the stock price was between $4 to $6. Are we heading there? This is what's going on right now? Probably. Who knows? What the hell is the bottom of that company? Stanley, can you tell us? Stanley sold his stocks when it was very high, I believe $220. Oh boy, a lot of people are asking for an SEC investigation. We must know what the hell happened in this company during all this time. There should be an investigation. When a company goes from $330, I understand that $330 was, the hype, the whole COVID hype. So I understand that. But let's say the normal price should be around $150 and $200. This is today $12, less than $12 right now, right? So this should be investigated. I can't think of anything worse than Novavax except FTX, the FTX scandal. You probably heard about that. Just name it in the comments. If you think about any story worse than Novavax that happened in 2022. This is insane, right? We're down like 95% since the all-time high. This is crazy what's going on right now. So yeah, there should be an investigation. Definitely. So basically, Novavax plans to sell up to 125 million worth of common stock and then another 125 million worth of senior debt notes due in 2027. So why this money? Why do they need this money? And this is crazy what they need the money. For example, they say those proceeds, it said, could go toward general corporate purposes, including the global launch of its COVID-19 vaccine. What? Wasn't that last year? What the hell is going on here? As well as working capital repayments for its supply agreements, expenses related to research and development, and acquisitions and other strategic purposes. It's said without citing further details about such deals. Yeah. The least they say in Novavax, the better they feel. And guess what? The funds could also help repay or repurchase $325 million in its outstanding debt tied to a convertible note that it first issued in 2016 and is coming due February 1st, according to Novavax. Can you believe that? They are issuing a new debt to pay the one they issued in 2016. What about in 2027 when the new one will be due? This is insane. This company, and you have you seen the numbers? We're always talking in hundreds of $1,000,000. We're not talking about a couple of millions here and there. We're talking about hundreds of millions. That's insane. And that's not all. That's not all. You remember my previous video where I was talking about the Gavi scandal, where Gavi is looking to get those $700 million back from Novavax? Gavi mentioned suing Novavax about this. So we're talking about a $700 million debt, probable debt. Now, we have this new thing. Additionally, the company disclosed late Wednesday that it must return a portion of an upfront payment it previously received from the UK. So I'm not going to go into details. You can look at this article online. But basically, there was an option for the UK to order 15 million doses. But as you know, the COVID is over and Novavax couldn't have the approval on time. So which means that at the end of the day, the UK ordered half of those 15 million, which means 7.5 million doses. Long story short, Novavax owes the UK $112.5 million to the UK government, so that adds up to the 700 million to Gavi, and let alone those a couple of $100 million they owe Fujifilm. You remember the story with Fujifilm? When they decided to stop producing for Novavax. If you add up all those 100 here and there, 700 there, 200, we're talking about a $1 billion debt from Novavax, right? So that's why the stock is collapsed. It's not just people who are enjoying shorting the stock. I mean, this company, this management is a complete disaster. I'm telling you, and as I said earlier, had I been Stanley Erck, I would have been resigning a long time ago. This guy, I don't know if there's going to be any SEC investigation in this stock and what happened in this company since the American government awarded them $1.3 billion. What happened to those dollars? What happened to this money? All right. Is Novavax going bankrupt? Is that the next step? What is going on and what is going to happen? That's the story. So they are asking for a $250 million from the market, but it feels like it's never going to be enough, right? This is insane, what's going on with this company. This is insane, right? I mean, look at that. It's not the first time. It's not the first time they play around with the stock. Look at this. It's not the first time the stock went as high as $300. Well, it happened in 2001. Look at this, right? Went back to the lowest. It went back up, went back down, back up, back down, back up, back down. Then look, 2015 went back to $300. Then went back down. Look at that, as low as $5. See, and then the COVID, and back to $12 today, and probably maybe back to $6. This is crazy. It seems that they do that regularly, like a pattern. And probably I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna make up a story here, but probably the management is grabbing some money here, grabbing some money here, because they know what they're doing. They know where they fail. Remember when the FDA disagreed to approve Novavax because they said we're not happy with the manufacturing process? Remember that? We were outraged at the time, but somehow now I'm wondering if they weren't right. We were like, it seems that they're making everything up to delay Novavax to favor Pfizer and Moderna. Now, we have to admit, this management is the worst management we've ever seen. Now, the question is, Is there any fraud in this? That's the only question. For FTX, we know now the guy has been arrested. But what about Novavax? Are these people honest? That's what we must know now. We must know what happened within the COVID time. From March 2020 to today. We must know what happened to all these billions. And every time Stanley Eric went on TV, having interviews and say, we're on right track. Really? You're on right track? The stock at $12? Is that what you call it, right track? Well, what am I talking about? No, it's not $12. As I speak, it's 11.3. Oh boy. And the stock price, the stock market just closed. It's 4 p.m. The stock market just closed. Novavax closed at 11:32. That's one of the worst days for Novavax. That's wow, that's huge. And it was probably amplified by the fact that the stock market, as you can see here, was in the big red. The Nasdaq was down 3.23%. And but boy, the question now, is it over? Is there any hope? And what kills me with Novavax? Every expert, they say that this is the best vaccine. That's the worst thing, It's like a phone company, they would make the best smartphone out there, best battery, best screen and everything, and the management would be so bad that nobody would buy it, and the stock price would be down like to zero or in single digit. That's what's going on with Novavax, apparently. I'm not an expert, and you're not either, so we have to rely on experts. And they all say that Novavax is the best vaccine. The results, the side effects and everything, it's the best among all the others. But they managed to screw it up big time. I told you in previous videos, I have no hope. I keep following this stock because I barely didn't make videos. I now make videos when there's a big news like this one, or the previous one. It was for the Gavi scandal. Yeah, that's about it. I don't even follow the stock anymore. I don't care. For me, it's over. They missed. They missed probably the biggest opportunity for them. We have the same company in France, Valneva, same story, bad management. They had a vaccine which was approved by the EU. They totally missed the whole thing. They were so bad management. Oh boy. You gotta live with that, right? All right, you subscribe to the channel, you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.